I'm Sharon and welcome to Zayoja 24/7. In every matriculan's mind pops up this question: what career path am I going to take when I'm done? On my right, I've got
Ashley, and I'm in grade 12.
and on my left.
Lloyd Gwenda, I'm also doing matric.
My name is Sandra and I matriculated last year.
To start off is what is the difference between a job and a career?
Well, I think the difference between a job and a career is that a career is something that you do because you love. It's something that you would want to wake up and do every time. A job is something that you do because you have got no option, but you just have to do it because that's what is there.
How do you choose a job or a career, Ashley?
Well, I think it depends when it comes to choosing a career or a job. Because some of us, we choose a career just because we got the passion for it, or a job, we choose it just because we are good at, something at school. Maybe, let's say you are good at geography.
Yeah.
You're good at geography, but you don't have the passion for it.
Okay.
Obviously, you're going to go for that job after school. Why? Just because you are good at it, but you don't have the passion
Just
for
as
it.
Ashley said, I think when it comes to choosing a career, it is something that you have a passion for, something which you have been dreaming about doing since you were young. And as for a job, it depends on the subjects you do at school.
When it comes to a job, we look at things like someone who wants to do actuary for money, not because they want the job, but they know they're capable based on their maths marks or whatever that it is that is required for that.
Sometimes, if you choose something just because you are good at it, but you don't have the passion for it, it may result in, stress, all those things. Like, if you can take a job just because you were good at the subjects that are required for that specific job, you see that you won't enjoy it. You will never enjoy it. Most of the times you stress and all the kind of things.
At school, can we say that you guys really get enough knowledge and teachings about all this career guidance thing? Lloyd?
We do actually. People from different universities come with different knowledge on how to choose a career, or how you gonna which subjects you have to choose for that particular thing you wanna do it.
Well, I can't say we really get the full information about which career you're going to choose after school, when we are still at school. Yeah, of course, they do come, people from universities and others, they come and then they try to tell you, you must choose this, and that. But, by the end of the day, you're going to see that most of us, we are just going to rush into, those subjects that we think maybe these are the best. Because those people, they only come maybe once a year, right? And choosing a career is something that you need to be focused on. You really need time to decide.
Right.
So if people from university come and explain to you, you must do this and that, they're never gonna come back, right? And then do you think you're still gonna keep that in mind? You see, it's gonna be difficult, which means by the end of the year, you'll be.
Well, it depends. Sometimes we actually do get enough information that at times we get to be confused because we fed with too much information. But it's not for everyone that we get the information. There are children at underprivileged schools. They're not getting those opportunities that we get. These universities only reach out to the people they want. They wouldn't want to go after the people that really don't know what they want to do, because some of these children at privileged schools, they get to have these things as lessons at schools and stuff like that. So when these university people come, they basically know what they want to do. But then, yeah, we actually do get information, but sometimes it's way too much that we get confused.
What if those universities which come to certain schools don't have that career or that certain career or job that you want to do later on when you grow up? What do you do then?
It's not like you just have to wait for the university people to come to your school. You can actually visit them, certain universities, and you can find out there, or you can even use the internet. You can get stuff on there on how to choose a career.
Okay, not just considering the fact that people come and teach you about this at school and stuff, do you actually get the opportunity to talk about it with your parents? Sit down and talk about it as a family with your parents about what you want to do, because they're the ones who've been paying up the school fees and they're the ones who are going to be paying up the fees as well. So do you get this opportunity to talk about this with your parents, and do they support you as well in these things?
Some parents, they don't really care. They just say, go to school, and they think it's just gonna happen, like magically or something like that. You're just gonna go from high school to university, from university, your own life, you see. They don't really care. They don't sit with their children, talk about the careers that they are focused on, that they are thinking, something that they are thinking to do after school, you see. So yeah, some parents, they sit down with their children and then they discuss what they wanna do after school and all those. So I can say it depends.
But at times, the parents had also their goals. They couldn't be a doctor when they were studying. Now they want to push you in that career path of being a doctor. Why? Because they couldn't be a doctor. At the end of the day, it has to be something that you want. You can sit and discuss, go to university for 10 years doing something that you don't want to do. But then, when you talk to them, try and make them see what you want to see in a good way. Because if they want you to be a pilot and you want to do something like arts, they'll think, okay, after school it's not going to pay. Go and do medicine. You're going to be a doctor. It's going to help you this, and that. But you know very well that thing is not what you want. Just try and make them understand, though they already have their own views and things that they couldn't pursue.
I've discussed the issue with my parents, and the thing is, I wanna study IT at university. But the thing is that they want me to do accounting. And you see, the whole issue ends up being like a spaghetti junction of emotion, you see.
Right.
Yeah.
Spaghetti junctions of emotion. Can you please expaggerate what you mean by that?
Oh, the spaghetti junction of emotion is like when you have these arguments with your family on like deciding on a career you want to do, and they just force you into things that you're not prepared to do, and you can't like help the pressure and the stress, you see.
So what you're trying to say here is that with this whole spaghetti junction emotion thing is that when it comes to this whole decision, you end up living your life for your parents and not for you, right? Okay, so in that case, then comes another question. What do you guys, your personal, your own view, what do you want to do when you're done with matric?
As I was saying, the thing is, I love geography so much. So I want to do something that has anything to do with geography. Get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I can be a meteorologist, I can be a geographer, a geologist, something like that.
So the question is now to you, Ashley. Well, like what you have been saying when you gave me the definition of a job and a career, you said it's something that you love, it's something that you enjoy. Now you have a lot of options on your plate. So what is it that you really love and enjoy?
I love music. I don't want to lie to you, not because it's out of the educational form or something like that, but I just love it.
I want to study IT at university, but what I really want to do is farming. I'm so much into farming, like livestock farming. So if I do IT, then I'll get money to start my farming business. I hate working for people, so I would rather do my own things.
As for me, I want to study anything that has got to do with medicine. Why? Because I want to work with people. I want to wake up every day knowing that I am going to help people. I can later on specialize with teeth and be a dentist, but I only want to do anything that has to do with medicine. Though at times my dad has to push me into actuary, statistical maths. Why? Because it's something that he loves. But as for me, I would want to do anything that has to do with medicine.
We have been just focusing on things like us when you're done after you've paused matric. So the question is, what if you fail matric? What are you going to do if you fail matric?
If I failed any subject that I need to be a meteorologist or geographer or something that I'm going to be, it means that I'm going to have to go for music, for the music part.
Are you trying to tell us here that when it comes to music career, you don't need any qualifications to get into the music thing?
Not really, but you don't really need qualifications, because if you look at music, those artists, like, for example,
Well,
Sahara,
just to clash there on your point, I think anyhow, somehow, you just need education. When you fail, yes, try plan B, but you always have to come back to plan A and make things right, because at the end of the day, you are going to need education in everything that you need. Come tomorrow and then the music industry closes. Where are you going to go back again? When you fail your matric, go and write supplements so that while you're writing supplements, right, you can still go back and do that music thing that you love. But at the same time, make sure that things are right with your education.
But it's not like every person is to have education in order to like have a job. That's why God gave each person his or her own talent. You can use a talent like other people are like very rich.
Are you actually trying to tell us that you can also have a hobby or your talent as a career? You can use it to make money or make a living out there when you're done.
Yeah, like for example, we can use Messi, Lionel Messi. Everyone knows him. He's a famous footballer, and he's paid like millions per week.
I need you to answer this. You know, when it comes to talent, there's a lot of people out there who do more or less the same thing. What do you then do when your talent or it does not work out, when you don't have education to base you or help you out?
The thing is, usually, as for people who can't use their talents, it's like they don't know their talents. You just have to discover your talent first before you try on doing something.
You say Messi has got a talent. Yes, he has a talent for now, and anything can come with the talent. What if he's involved in an accident the next day and he loses his legs and he cannot play soccer anymore, but then he's not educated? We go back to the same thing. We go to school to be educated. It's something that we need. No wonder why later on after school you choose to be a rugby coach.
We are not trying to say here education is not important. Of course, school is important. All right, but then the thing is, you know, even if you fail matric, it doesn't mean that you have to repeat over and over again just because you can't just take music as your thing, because you're gonna need education one day. You're gonna need your matric certificate, something like that. No, with that little education that you have, do you know that having education is not about having matric certificates, right? You went from grade 1 to grade 12. That's education, because you got it all. You see, you were taught, and your mind. If you compare someone who has never been at school before and someone who have failed matric, you can
Okay.
see a difference.
All right.
Get what I'm
Okay,
saying?
considering and looking at the world that we're living in with technology, you need the proof to show that you have done your matric, right? So tell me, if you trying to actually, like, are you trying to say that when you fail your matric, you don't need to repeat it? Then what are you going to do? Because you do need a certificate, even if you want to go into a music school.
It doesn't mean that those people who are. I'm trying to crash your point. You said everywhere you go, you need a matric certificate. It's not like that. It's not like that. Sometimes you might not have it, but you know you can be whatever you wanna be in this world. I mean, the opportunities are unlimited. Get what I'm saying? It's not only about education. It's not. Even though I'm not trying to say education is not good, because you must go to school, you must pass, you must work hard.
Okay, so when you guys were growing up, I'm sure your grandparents and your aunties would ask you a question like, what do you want to be when you grow up? If we ask you the same question now, will it be the same answer to comparing to what you were saying when you were a toddler?
For me, it's still the same thing because I've always wanted to do medicine. I've always wanted to be a doctor. The challenges are there. Like right now, I'm facing the whole thing of looking for a place. Even if I have to go and sell at the market, I still want to come back and study my medicine.
I've always wanted to be like a livestock farmer, but I think I can just try out IT because I think it's kind of fascinating how people like come up with these softwares and stuff.
You know, of course, when you're still a toddler, you just talk about stuff. You say, Dad, I want to be a pilot. I want to be a teacher. I want to be a lot of stuff,
Okay,
right?
all right.
But then when you're growing up, that's when you discover some of the things, like you're good at this, you're good at that, you see. So as for me, no, not really. What I wanted to be when I was still in primary school has changed.
Just to wrap up this whole discussion that we have, what advice do you guys have for the young people out there on how to know what they're good at and how to choose their career?
Well, I say to you guys, you just have to be careful on your subject choice. You just have to choose like the subjects on what exactly you want to do, what's on your mind.
My advice to you guys out there is to do a lot of research and to also go to an extent where you have to go and ask these people in specific industries of the things that you want to do so that you have more information of the requirements and what it takes so that you don't just do something because you want to do it and you don't know what comes with the package.
And don't just say life is going to start when you are matric. Even if you're in grade 8, grade 9, wherever you are, whether grade 10, just do as much research as you can about the career that you want to do after high school.
Thank you very much, guys, for coming and sharing your views with us. So, and for you viewers, thank you very, very much for watching us. We'll meet again next time as we go on discussing about this career guidance issue.